so double check. Shows it here, video previews, live, good to go.
We'll put the giant growth at the beginning because we're going to do the fun fact leading into the TCG.
Giant growth.
Here. Nope, one more over. Because remember, we're going to lead it into the TCG player.
See. And then podcast.
We can close that, and I'm going to pull it up on my phone.
Okay, cool. So giant growth, TCG player, Magic Fest, which will be Seattle, which is let's see, Seattle is limited. Do you know what kind of limited it is?
It's Modern Horizons.
Modern Horizons, okay, cool.
Was in the show notes.
I didn't see that, buddy.
No, I was just saying.
Alright, Hogak.
I'm not like upset or anything.
Hold me, Richard.
Oh, Richard.
So then we can talk about limited, and then we're going to talk about Hogak. Then humans having a good matchup. Burn having a bad matchup. Hey, 2 viewers. You better not start dancing.
You know, with me tweeting out, without me tweeting out, or anything.
Cool. 3 viewers. Alright, excellent. Alright, so ready when you are, sir.
I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm gonna shoot it out to Instagram while we go live. It's no
Okay.
big deal.
You want close up or you want live scene right into giant growth?
Close up, so
Okay.
I can lead into the giant growth. Is it that time again?
Hello, everybody.
How's it going? How's it going?
We're back. Oh, Scoot's in there.
It's me.
It's me.
It's me, the Richie.
It's me, the Richie.
And you, the Joshy.
Welcome back. Happy Monday, you guys. It is
Monday.
Magic in the Making time. We are live on Twitch and on SoundCloud. Well, not on SoundCloud, obviously, but you know,
you can't be live on SoundCloud.
We'll be live on SoundCloud
I don't think you can be live
tomorrow. You will.
No, it'll be a recording. It won't be live.
But it'll be a live recording.
No.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
So yeah,
man, great way to start the SoundCloud. 2 F-bombs right off the bat. Look at us.
Get 'em.
Proud of us.
Get 'em. It was kind of a long day today. Me and Richie were falling asleep a little bit.
I didn't sleep very well last night.
Yeah, we had a long night last night. But we're Thunder buddies. We made it through the thunder and the rain.
What about the lightning?
Yeah, we made it through the lightning too. Yeah, so this week,
Hey Nate, how's it going?
Nate, what's up? So this week, we want to talk about, our main topic is going to be war, right? Modern Horizons, war, more Modern Horizons. We'll still talk about a little bit of war.
Are we talking about any war? I'm not a big fan of war, Josh, personally. Like, a lot of people get hurt in war.
They do. They do.
You should know. You like to play with the seamen a little
Well,
bit.
maybe I just said war because there's a war card in front of me.
I mean...
So it's going to be more Modern Horizons.
Yeah.
And the impact of the boogeyman and how the format is shaping up in Modern. So a lot of things to talk about. We got some new stuff going on.
If you go and catch our first episode, we actually talk about the London Mulligan.
Yeah.
You can check that out at SoundCloud.
Yes.
Or on YouTube.
Or on YouTube, yeah. We talked about the London Mulligan. But I love it, so we can talk about it right now, Nate.
Okay.
I love it. It's great.
I like it for Standard and Limited. I don't like it for Modern or Legacy.
Okay. Opinions? Opinions. Everybody's got an opinion.
They're like my butthole.
They are.
Everybody has a piece of
I'm
me.
really excited this week. We're going to start off with something new, which is, it's not who's on top. or it's not the TCG player. It's
something fun, right?
It's a fun fact.
A fun fact?
It is.
A
It's
fact
a fun
of
fact.
fun?
All right, so let's get out of our fat faces here.
We forgot to tell people about our weekends.
Yeah, we will.
All
Right after the fun fact.
All right.
All right, so here's the live scene for everybody watching us on Twitch.
It's a Doge.
It's a Doge. It's a sweet little Doge with Lord Raiden in front of it.
Look, I like that. Look at you. You do know things that aren't Magic the Gathering card prices. I'm impressed.
Thank you. And this is, what are these things? I can't remember those.
They're the zombie armies that
Liliana?
come from it's Liliana and Bolas.
Okay, so we're showing a picture of the War of the Spark giant growth, and it's got a giant Doge on it with
Because
Lord
it's the
Raiden.
best card ever?
Well, I mean, it's Green Lightning Bolt. That's what we used to call it when I was a kid, but it's no longer known as Green Lightning Bolt. It's just
Giant growth.
shitty giant growth. Because you can't even really play this
Limited
in
All-Star.
Can you play it in limited?
It's like one of the best cards in limited.
Okay, well I don't
Pump
play.
spells are a premium in limited.
Okay, I don't play limited, so I would have said, "Now this card's dog shit." But okay, good.
I mean,
so,
I'm sure there's plenty of dog shit from one that big.
there is. So, what's the fun fact, Richie? Tell them.
So the fun fact is, it's actually what spawned this idea for Josh and I. Is Giant Growth is actually the most printed Magic the Gathering card outside of basic lands at a whopping 30 reprints.
30 reprints?
Or 30 printings, not reprints.
Yeah, 30 printings. Yeah, you got all kinds of prints here. So if you go to the Gatherer, that's usually what we use, but you can see all the printings, and it's pretty cool. For those of you watching on Twitch now or on YouTube, this is the alpha one with the little rat on it. You know, that's very iconic to me. So when Richie said, I asked him before the show, I said, Richie, what do you think? What giant growth are we going to pull up? And he's
This ain't it, Chief.
He's like, duh, we're going to pull up M10.
That's
10th edition.
I think it's the same art, yeah.
Yeah, it's 10th edition.
This is the Giant Growth I grew up with.
Yeah.
And the one I know from when I started playing.
Yeah, and so it's just,
And it's a bear!
It is, it's a bear, because you're pumping a bear.
Bear Tribal needs the Bear Giant Growth.
You're right. You're not wrong.
Big brain.
Yes. So I thought that was cool. We're gonna start out the show now with a fun fact of the week, and I don't know. I listen to if you guys listen at all to John Tesh. You guys ever listen to that guy?
John Kesh?
John Kesh.
Is that
He does all these fun facts and this food, like brain food shit. That shit's really cool.
I like food.
Yeah, you do. All right.
You know where else?
Yeah. Where? What?
What else likes food?
Bears.
People that get paid from momsbasementgames.tcgplayerpro.com.
Yeah, so we always also want to shout out the sponsor for us, which is Mom's Basement Games. And if you guys ever need any singles, go find us at momsbasementgames.tcgplayerpro.com. But yeah, so
I don't actually know if we sell Giant Growth.
That was the thing that we laughed about before the show. Is I literally don't know if we have Giant Growths in our inventory. So we wanted to be like, oh yeah, Giant Growth, most printed card. You can buy them with us, but I don't think you can actually buy them with us.
We don't sell.
So yeah,
we're not into the Giant Growth market. It turns out
we are not. Cards sub 10 cents. So
we're playing Red Black Goblins.
Nice on the old Stream Deck.
Yeah, it's Tribal Week after all.
Nate's getting us. It is. Yeah, it is. We're going to be doing Tribal Week next week. For those of you that follow us on
Tribal
Twitch.
Week is literally this week, Josh.
Is it this? Does it start? Yeah, it started last night.
Yeah, with Russ. So
Nice.
it's Red Black Goblins.
Oh, nice. I forgot about that.
You're
I had
good
my,
at
dude.
this.
It was Father's Day yesterday, man. I had my daughter. My fucking nails are painted blue and gold and shit. Look at these things. Let me get the old close up here. Look at these things. My nails are painted. I know you guys can't see it on the cloud, but man, oh man. My daughter did a great job though, and I'm really, really happy that I had my nails painted.
You gonna leave it on?
I am. We went out to dinner, and the waiter was like, he was like, "Oh wow, who did those nails?" And I was like, "Oh fuck, here we go, roast me."
I hope your daughter wasn't even with you at that time.
No, she was. Yeah, we went out to dinner.
It would have been even funnier if it was just you and
Thanks,
your wife.
Nate. Nate says beautiful nails. I appreciate you. Yeah, but that I had to let her do it. That was like the one thing she wanted to do this weekend. She wanted to paint my nails, and I wasn't gonna say no. So those are the kind
That's good father material.
Those are the kind of things that, when you're a dad, you just have to be like, yep, I'm taking this one to the face. Don't even care. All right, so who's on top this week, Richie? Who was on top?
Yep.
Anybody?
I don't know. It was a limited GP, so.
It was a limited GP, so we don't care.
Yeah.
Modern
Horizons was on top.
Yes, that is it. So for those of you that wanted to know who was on top in Copenhagen, we're not sure.
No.
Because it was limited and we don't...
Or Washington, D.C.
Yeah, nobody really cares.
Yeah.
Now, for next week, it's going to be Seattle War the Spark also, right? Or no, excuse me, Modern Horizons.
Man.
I did it again. I don't know. Don't ask me.
I know they're just pounding us in the face with way too many sets at the same time.
I got War the Spark on the brain, man.
Dude, it's okay. Like, we were talking about it in my group chat
Those
today.
cards are haunting me.
After we get through this and the Commander set, there's only one more set in the whole entire year.
Oh, really?
So we only have like 3 more products this whole year.
Okay, so you and I can just like brain numb, just get through everything.
Yeah, we can just talk. We just got to get through the summer, man.
Good. All right, yeah. So Seattle is going to be limited. So again, we'll let you know next week that we don't actually care who won. So stand by.
Still won't care.
Yes.
But we will care about Modern Horizons.
Yes. Now in Dallas in 2 weeks, there's going to be a Modern event.
With Modern Horizons.
Yes, with Modern Horizons. And whoever's going to be playing this new deck that's out right now, which is called Hogak, they're going to be holding up the trophy, right? Hodad. Yeah, so Hogak is what we talked about, what I said earlier, which is the Boogeyman. And
no, I think it's the Hogak.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Mitch says, hey, Mitch. Mitch says that the Pittsburgh SCG is going to be coming up. We're going to be talking about that next week, Mitch. So come back and
got a couple weeks for Pitts. I'm excited. I'll be there.
Yep.
I know you'll be there as well.
Yep. Mitch will be there. I will also maybe be there.
Will you?
I'm Ron Burgundy.
Oh, I'm Rick James.
Rick James, bitch. All right, so let's get into this Hogak.
Yeah,
let's get into the Boogeyman.
Let's talk about the deck that everybody says is going to break Modern and needs a ban.
Yes. Well, I mean, so the thing, I just want to talk a little bit about it. When I feel like I have to run Leyline of the Void in my... you looking at my nails? Don't look at my nails. Don't look at my... Get out of my nails.
It's so distracting. I'm sorry.
I gotta like hide my hands. So when I feel like I have to play Leyline of the Void inside my burn sideboard that cannot cast Leyline of the Void, it makes my penis hurt really, really bad.
How many decks that play Leyline of the Void do you think can actually cast it?
Well, not a lot right now, especially like a deck that we're gonna talk about in a few minutes here.
I feel like it's never the plan to cast Leyline of the Void though.
It's so bad when you draw it. It just feels really bad. But is it okay to not have that feeling? Is it okay to be like,
no,
okay,
I mean,
whatever, I drew it.
I definitely understand that feeling, but I also think
because
you unfortunately just got to take it right now because
sure, when you draw a Rest in Peace, you can play that Rest in Peace. So when they go to blow it up and you draw the second Rest in Peace, you can play that bitch. But if you draw the second Leyline of the Void, you're like, oh, I can't play this because I don't have manas to cast it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why like it really hurts me to play ley lines in the sideboard because
but you can cast it in your list, can't you?
Well, sure, but I'm just saying like most traditional lists. I'm not talking about just my actual list. It's just the fact that you have to have it in your opener, and it just feels really bad. And like, I don't want to play cards that I feel really bad about having in my sideboard.
Spellbomb just isn't good enough.
Yeah, Nate says maybe Nihil Spellbomb. Yeah, Spellbomb's kind of weak. It's like it's not really the answer usually. Along with Tormod's Crypt, like we found, like Tormod's Crypt's just not really the answer.
Yeah,
and it feels
it
also feels really
hard
bad.
Graveyard hate.
Yep. And really what we found that we played against it twice online. My brother and I did on this past, what was it, Friday?
Yeah.
So we played Friday. We played them dang dang dong ding 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 silvers.
Speaking of which,
what?
aren't we? Isn't there some like weird sliver thing we're doing?
Oh my God, you're the transition monster. We're not even transitioning. Anyways, yeah, we're doing a giveaway this month.
We are.
Now this week is Tribal Week, and we're playing goblins and slivers and elves and all kinds of stuff.
I think Aaron's playing fairies.
Fairy, of course he is. He's our fairy guy.
Aaron is our fairy.
But for those of you watching on Twitch, you'll be able to see our layout here that says our monthly giveaway. We're going to be giving away a Sliver Queen on July 1st, actually on the podcast. So we'll be doing that live here on Twitch, and you'll be able to hear the next day on July 2nd who won it. So if you are listening on SoundCloud,
how can they win
in the future? Well, that's what I'm about to tell them.
Oh,
so
okay,
if you're listening in the future, and then all you have to do is go to Twitch and follow us. You can also subscribe to us on Twitch to get a second entry and a third entry if you go to Patreon and help support Richie's eating habit. So all the proceeds will donate and go towards his lunch, which I have to cook for him every day that he's here.
It's pretty great.
Yep. What'd you eat today for lunch?
We had brekkie.
We had brekkie.
We had some brekkie.
So you had what? You ate some chocolate chip waffles, bacon, and eggs?
Yeah. It's great.
I'm so proud of you. All right, so back to Hogak.
Back to magic.
Back to the boogeyman. Yeah, so this list is kind of we pulled up a list from MTG Goldfish, and
it got first at Washington State SummerCon.
Yep.
Which I believe was the tournament where they gave away the Mustang.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I know that was this past weekend because
cool. So this guy won a Mustang with this?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Sick.
I'm not 100% sure if that was this event, but I'm pretty sure that this was that event.
That's cool. So let me read the list off to you guys. So the Carrion Feeder is a 4 of, Gravecrawler is a 4 of, Insolent Neonate's a 4 of, Stitcher Supplier, this card is absolutely nuts in here. That's a 4 of. Bloodghast is a 4 of, Vengevine's a 4 of, Hogak is a 4 of. Faithless Looting 4, Necrotic Wound is 1 of. Now, let me read this to you. 1 black, it is from, what set is that, Richie?
Guilds of Ravnica.
Guilds of Ravnica. It's got Undergrowth. And so, target creature gets neg X until end of turn, where X is the number of creature cards in your graveyard. If that creature would die this turn, exile it instead. So what is this card in here for, Richie?
It's just like to have a piece of removal spell. You know, sometimes you got to kill like a Thalia or like a Remorseful Cleric, for example. So it's just, the deck has an extra slot. It doesn't really want a 20th land.
It's like Dismember, right?
Yeah, but like it's better because it can kill literally anything in this deck.
Yeah. So then there's 4 Altar of Dementia, 4 Bridge from Below, and then you've got your 19 lands to round out the main board. Sideboard, they're running a couple more Necrotic Wounds in the side, 2 Silent Gravestones. Silent Gravestone is a really neat card. It's a 1-drop artifact that says cards in graveyards can't be the targets of spells or abilities. And then you can pay 4 and exile all cards from all graveyards and draw a card. So it has the Relic of Progenitus clause. So, but you have to pay 4. It also runs a 1-of Shenanigans in the sideboard, which
that's just Shenanigans.
This is Shenanigans. It's Dredge 1. It's the new Modern Horizons red Dredge card, and it's destroy target artifact for 2. 4 Whisper Mirrors, which is really cool. This card seems just absolutely bonkers in there, and it is it's an elemental. Elementals are sick. I love them.
They're coming back with M20 too.
They are, baby.
Almost so like the other thing we're going to talk about.
Yeah, so it's a 1-drop evoke card and just says destroy target enchantment, and it's a 1/3 flying elemental for 3. But you really just want to use it for its one white evoke cost. Then it runs its own 4 ley lines of void in the board, so that it can beat other Hagok decks,
which I'm predicting will be in Magic, of course, at 20th, since we're getting Ley Line of Sanctity.
Yeah, we just saw that today. I don't know if you guys were keeping up today, but we did see that they spoiled Ley Line of Sanctity, so everybody's on the same page where they're thinking, okay, we got 1, we're gonna get the rest, right?
I don't necessarily know we're gonna get I don't think we're gonna get all the Ley Lines. But I think we're probably going to get the ones that were printed in core sets before, which is like Sanctity, Void, Anticipation,
all the
Punishment, and I believe, Vitality?
I'm Vitality? I'm not sure. And then the last two cards on the sideboard are Ingot Chewer. Again, it's another evoke creature for 1, and it destroys target artifact.
On an off note, really quick to chat, Mitch, I completely agree with you. I like the Jund version a lot more.
What's Mitch saying?
He thinks the Jund version of this deck's better. So instead of Wispmare, you play Trophies and Nature's Claims.
Okay, yeah.
Instead of playing this like random Godless Shrine, you just play 2 green sources, and it also just gives you random outs of like when I played the deck before, I sometimes cast Vengevines. It just gives you that out.
Okay. So you're able to... It's probably a more resilient list, do you think?
I don't know if it's really more resilient. It's just Trophy, so there's been a lot of games, I've watched a lot of this deck, and there's been a lot of times where you win game 1, and you have to guess whether you want Artifact or Enchantment Hate post-board.
Okay.
And with Trophy, you don't have to guess. You just have it. With Trophy or Nature's Claim. You just kind of have it, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, cool.
Do you have enough green cards for Force of Vigor, Mitch?
Yeah, So, the thing I guess I wanted to talk about with this deck is the fact that it actually attacks you from 2 sides.
Yeah, the mill and the aggressive, right?
Yeah, so when I played against it online on Friday with my brother, we beat it once, but it was because they whiffed. They whiffed pretty hard. They went through 20 cards and ended up not
seeing a bridge.
Yeah, not seeing a bridge. We were ready to sacrifice one of our own creatures, I believe, though, in response. I think we had our sack outlet, which was... we were able to play Phantasmal Image. So, for our sack outlet. Mm-hmm. But the fact that the deck can just put out Hogak on turn... Is it turn 2 it can put out Hogak? But it's pretty close. Usually it's a 3.
Yeah.
Mostly it's a turn 3.
You gotta get really lucky for turn 2. Turn 3, though.
But this is a very consistent turn 3 deck with putting an 8/8 on the board. Along with, maybe turn 2, I've seen a couple Vengevines hit the board. So that's pretty consistent. You never want to see double Vengevine coming at you. That shit just feels real bad. But the thing that really, really bothers me about this deck is the Altar of Dementia. And Altar of Dementia just gives them that extra out to mill you out of the game with double Hogak. One in the field, one in the graveyard, right?
I think you only need the one.
You just need the one?
Just keep sacking it.
Okay.
You need 2 bridges to really go
Okay,
off.
so it's the double. So you need double bridge in the graveyard, and then you need the Hogak in play.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or in the yard, because you just cast it then.
Sure, yeah. So then that begins the loop of, okay, I'm going to sacrifice it. I'm going to mill you 8. I'm going to get zombies. I'm going to then use my zombies to bring Hogak back. And then I'm going to go ahead and sacrifice them again and repeat the process. And then that's...
Well, first you mill yourself. You mill your Hogak first.
Okay.
And then you eventually get enough creatures in play to mill your opponent out.
Okay.
Because you gotta keep milling yourself, or else you're gonna run out of fuel for the Hogak.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't see that the deck go off like that. We didn't get milled out. We just got beat down.
Mm.
So I just saw the beat down plan. Okay, cool. So we got that deck all out of the way. Now, what do we want to talk about? We still want to talk about the deck because, again, it's the Boogeyman. It's what's on everybody's mind this week, and it's going to be on everybody's mind until either they do a ban, right, or they create a way to fix it. So, with maybe printing a card,
or people just adjust. And
the meta shifts, and
I'm not 100% sure the meta is attempted even to adjust enough yet.
Yeah. So we do have pulled up here on Twitter, Dylan Hand. He played his first league post MTG MH1, and he said it went well. He said the Hogak matchup actively seems good. Even game 1, as long as they don't nut draw you. And post-board Leyline cleans up nicely. Didn't cast Urza or Yawgmoth yet, so Verdict is still out. Now, Urza is I'll let you talk about those 2 sideboard cards, Richie.
Yeah, so if you click over here, we can actually pull up the list for everyone.
Sure.
And what?
So the SoundClouders need to know though what's.
Well, yeah, I was gonna get there, but I was pulling it up for everyone watching right now. But yeah, so the main thing with those two sideboard cards is they're just like attempts to find the grind. He's not really sure about them between Urza, who is a 4-mana 1/4 that makes a Construct, as we all know it as, and can tap your artifacts for blue mana, but then 5 mana, you shuffle your library and can cast a card for free. And then Yawgmoth, I think, is actually pretty good. He's going to be a human Mirror Breaker. He's 4 mana for a 2/4 protection from humans. You can pay a life and sack a creature to put a -1/-1 counter on a creature and draw a card. And then the other ability doesn't matter, but it's pay 2 black, discard a card, proliferate.
That's cool for Commander.
Sure. I mean, maybe other decks, but not this deck.
Yeah.
This is just like your pretty stock humans list in the main deck. It's 4 Ancient Ziggurat, 4 Cavern, 4 Horizon Canopy, a Plains, a Seachrome, 4 Unclaimed Territory, and then 1 Waterlogged Grove, which is the blue-green Canopy land we got recently.
Yeah.
For 1-drop suite, you have your typical Champion of the Parish, Noble Hierarch, Aether Vials. You have your 3 Thalias, your 4 Thalias Lieutenants, your Images, your 4 Kite Sails, your 4 Meddling Mages. Then he's actually on 2 Deputy of Detentions in the main deck right now.
Is that up 1 usually?
Yeah, it was 1 before, but putting the second one in the main frees up a sideboard slot, and it's also just like a good card. It's a nice removal spell even. Yeah. Then you got the 4 Reflector Mages and the 4 Mantis Rider.
Okay, cool.
His newer list is on 6 total canopies. I haven't seen the newer list yet. This was the most recent one I could find on Twitter, and I didn't see an article from him. So then, with the sideboard, he hits 3 Auriok Champions, the Urza and the Yawgmoth, like we talked about, 4 Leyline of the Voids to try to help against the Hogak matchup, 2 Collector Oofs, which he said were great.
This card's sweet.
It's really good for like any of the creature decks that were like originally wanting or playing Stony Silence, because it can come off your vials, you can cast it off your creature lands.
Yeah, it's Stony Silence on a body.
It's
great. It's excellent.
It is.
And it's an oof.
It is a big oof.
If
it's actually a medium-sized oof, it's a bear. But
it is. I mean, like, if your opponent doesn't say oof when it comes in, they got problems.
But what if it doesn't matter? Then you don't say oof.
Yeah, you're right. You just say oof.
Oof? Interesting. So then you also just have the last Deputy in the sideboard and then 2 Gaddock Teagues. This was only 14 cards, though. He said for the 15th he would either play another Collector Oof or he would play a Phyrexian Revoker. I think the Revoker is probably a better option. People are still going to be playing Karns in this format, as well as you can name the Altar of Dementia in the Hogak deck.
Ooh, baby. Sounds good.
So that's one deck that I think is war-inspired and also going to be decent against Hogak, but we have one more deck as well.
So what does Dylan Hand know? Does he know shit about anything?
Yeah, he's known as like the Humans Master.
He's the guru. Good. Yeah. So he's the Humans Guru. For those of you that don't know, I didn't know that going into the podcast. I said, who's Dylan Hand again? Because I don't remember. And he is the guru that is all about humans. So he'll have the most insight on this deck. So anytime you guys ever want to know about humans, you can find him on Instagram at...
You mean Twitter?
Oh, excuse me, Twitter, yeah. At, what is it? Ingrathis MTG?
Yep.
INGRATHIS MTG. Cool. Shout out to Dylan Hand. Good job, bud. Thank you. So another deck that we wanted to talk about too was my favorite, always my favorite, Burn. And
Josh loves him some Burn.
Yeah, and so I just wanted to talk about the addition of the lands. In Sunbaked Canyon, I actually picked up 2 physical copies. I'm not sure what I want to do with my list, but I know I need 2 copies at least to start, maybe move up to 4, not sure. But again, like the theme of today is, war card, or excuse me, I would say it again, Modern Horizon cards.
We need to make sure to get sleep before the podcast.
Nah, Modern Horizon cards going in. And so this is very cool. Burn gets an upgrade. Definitely 100% it's an upgrade to the deck. It allows us to redraw, and that is something that we needed to give us just a little bit of edge, because those top decks, they hurt. Or if you're playing a Sunbaked Canyon early, you can then crack that canyon off a little bit later in the game when your opponent's at 3, or who knows? Maybe he's at 4. Maybe you got a Boros Charm. Maybe you're just playing red-white.
I mean, that's what this list is.
Yep, you just Boros Charm their face off. So the new 5-0 list for Burn in Modern is your typical package of the Eidolon, Swiftspear, Goblin Guide at 4-0s, the 1 Lavamancer in the main, and
I know you've been a big fan of 1 Lavamancer main for a long time now.
Yeah, I play 2 in the main in my Legacy list, and then I play 1 in the sideboard. But I've always played 1 Lava Man in the main and 1 in the side, just because thing's a house. In the matchups you need it.
Mm-hmm.
And then of course it runs your typical Spike Bolt, Boros Charm, Helix, Blaze, Rift Bolt, and now they're on 4 skewers. So you're not seeing Light Up the Stage in any 5-0 lists really, which is something that I was pretty sure of going into Light Up the Stage. I'm not sure I actually even sleeved it up. I think I just picked a play set of them up, stuck them deep inside my box.
I think you sleeved them in Legacy. But
may have sleeved them in Legacy. I know I played it online. I played Light Up online, but I don't think I ever physically sleeved them up. So.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was pretty cool to see the hype of that card, and then just nothing happened. So
yeah, everybody kind of just that
happens.
This isn't what Burn wants to be doing.
And it was big hype train with Delver. How many copies are you running in Delver now?
Well, so I think it was really good in Delver.
Okay.
But now
and this is Legacy I'm talking about.
Yeah. Dreadhorde is just better than both of those cards though. So that's the only reason why we don't play it anymore.
Yeah, so Dreadhorde from War of the Spark.
There you go.
You
actually had your War of the Spark this time.
I did. I had my War of the Spark moment. Yeah, so that's pretty cool that Burn is getting a little bit of help. And again, I like to talk about Burn because it's my favorite archetype and I like playing it. So give it a little shout out for the week.
Did you mention Burn enough yet?
I did.
All right.
I did. But some really cool stuff that's actually happening.
Reshape $160. Oh my god!
Yeah, this is not real. So
what are we gonna do?
So no one panic, okay?
Matt, what are you doing?
So, Richie, tell them about what Matt Nass did over this past week.
Yeah,
with
so Matt Nass came up with this really cool deck that nobody really knows if it's actually good yet or not, because he's only posted 1 video with the deck, and it's basically the new KCI quote unquote, but it uses Bolas Citadel, and Reshape was a 4-of in the deck, and he tweeted it out. Everybody thought it looked cool. He played a league with it 2-3'd, and we haven't seen much of it since.
He played a league 2-3, which you guys, I don't know if you know this about me, but I'm a 2-3 master.
You are.
And so
you're basically the same as Matt Nass.
Yeah, me and Matt Nass, he's got a few titles, but maybe he's just, maybe he's a 2-3 guy now. You never know.
I wouldn't say Matt Nass is the 2-3 guy.
He's definitely not. But
I agree with Mitch. He's definitely the guy that's trying to get everything banned in Modern.
Oh, absolutely. So the financial portion of the podcast is, what spiked this week? What are the winners, right? And we all know that what we talked about for the past 20 minutes at least was Hogak. How do you say the rest of him? Arisen Necropolis? Arisen? No, it's Arisen.
Arisen Necropolis.
Arisen. Oh, I swear I have a college degree. I promise.
I don't believe you.
I do. I have a bachelor's degree in...
The Death of a Bachelor?
So, Reshape, Hogak, and One With Nothing spiked. And now, One With Nothing, for those of you listening, is a 1 black instant card from Kamigawa? Is that Kamigawa, Richard?
It is.
And it says, discard your hand.
I want to say Saviors of Kamigawa?
I think you're right. I think that is Saviors.
Yeah. Do you know why this card spiked, Josh?
I do not, actually.
Well, Hogak works well with the graveyard.
Okay.
So, and it counters Thoughtseize, as Mitch pointed out.
Okay.
So it's got to just be the best card in Modern, right?
It's got to be.
No, Honestly, this card spiked because of Hogak, but nobody's playing it, so I would not recommend buying your one with nothings.
No, one with nothing is probably something that you're not going to want to buy. You do want to pick up your Hogaks, and if you are a commander player, you probably want to pick up your reshapes. So I did bring up the TCG player.com here, and the market price right now on reshape is $11.37, and you can get copies like heavily played, moderately played for 18, 19 bucks. So that's pretty crazy, man. I mean, these things are just they're selling. They're absolutely selling.
Matt Nass, the genius, my man.
Well, yeah. I mean, when you see the market price at $11 and some change, and then you go and you look at it and you're like, okay, well they're probably lower than 11 bucks. When they're higher, that means that
the card's definitely
the
going
card
up.
is selling and people can't load them fast enough, because what they're doing is they're saying, oh, okay, you know, Top Deck TCG's got a moderately played one for 1857. I'm going to put one at 1856, and I'm going to sell that thing right away. And those copies are flying off the shelf. So
weird. If only I knew a place that sold cards that way.
we do lower everything by a penny for sure. We're on that same train. So yeah, I'm not sure if reshape is going to stay there. This is kind of a weird one, because if Matt Nass goes off and, you know, or let's say somebody else, and they figure out, oh, okay, this deck was real, let's blow this thing out of the water and show people how good KCI is again. KCI-less KCI.
Matt Nass likes to call it Bolus's house.
Bolus's house.
Bolus's house.
I think the House of Bolus sounds a little bit better.
Bolus's house.
That's pretty good too.
It's where Bolas lives.
It is. Yeah, so if you guys do get a chance, do yourselves a favor, pick up those reshapes, because I can't actually tell you if that spike is good. I mean, because it's a rare. It's a rare from Darksteel, and it didn't see any reprints. So,
but don't get them if they're at $106.
No, it was 160. It's
160.
Yeah. So yeah, pick those up if you're needing them for Commander. If not, then I'd probably wait.
So what cards should people pick up?
What do you mean? What cards?
Like, what cards are on the low right now, Josh?
On the low?
Yeah.
Oh, well,
like
so...
to get low.
Get low. This is a card that's really cool that people... I don't know if people are sleeping on this card or if it's just too slow for Modern right now, but Ice Fang Coddle. So it's like...
It's like Baleful Strix.
Yeah, it's like Baleful Strix. And this is a new Modern Horizons card that just came out, and it's just not being played. It is a snow creature, which is excellent. It's a snake. It's a slippery little snake. And it's a 1 blue, 1 green, flash flying. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card. So it replaces itself. It's a 1/1. And it has Death Touch as long as you control at least 3 snow permanents. So you just need to have cast it.
Yeah.
Basically, that's it. If you're playing Snowlands, which
cast it without dual lands.
Yeah, a green and a blue. Correct. Yeah, no dual lands. But if you're doing the green and the blue, Snowlands, then this thing comes into play, and
3 other, Josh.
3 other. Ooh, okay. Ooh.
So you cast it, but then you play it on your 3rd land for turn.
Okay, I like that. Yeah.
Man, you can't read either.
I'm trying.
Sure you have a college degree?
I'm sure. So the other cool card that's a good pickup right now is Prismatic Vista.
I don't know if this is a good pickup, but
I think it's a fine pickup, right?
25 still seems steep to this card, in my opinion.
Okay, so for those of you that don't know what Prismatic Vista is, and I didn't know about this card till just the other day, it is tap, it's a land, tap, pay 1 life, sacrifice Prismatic Vista, search your library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle your library. So it doesn't actually come into play tapped. There was a lot of hype surrounding this, saying, okay, this is a really good fix.
The Bears deck in Command Zone was sweet. Bear Force 1. Bear Force 1.
Yeah. So this is a good fix for a lot of Commander decks. So I think a lot of people like this.
I've been seeing a little bit of Legacy play too.
Yeah, it's good for...
Miracles has been picking it up.
Yeah, it's very cool. You get to thin that deck out a little bit. So I'm not really sure if it will go down. I'd say, to be honest, I think wait. I think hold fast on this thing. I think this thing is going to continue to go down.
I think at max it goes up $5. At worst it goes up $5.
Yeah.
At best it goes down $10.
Yeah, I can see it getting down to that $10 to $15 range. So if you guys don't pull this from a pack and you're thinking about getting one, I'd hold off and wait for it to go down a little bit. So the other thing that you're going to want to pick up right now is the River Bear. River Bear is a 3. Okay, I can't do it. I'm just joking. Don't pick up any fucking River Bears.
Don't pick up bears.
No, bears is fine, right? I think they printed some really cool bears. I think if you want to have fun with your play group, if you want to play this in Commander, play bears, but don't spend $5 on a bear. We actually found a bear. We found a River Bear today. And
Island Walk.
We found, so Hazi, thank you. Glad to see you. Island Walk, Hazi asks, is Island Walk new? No, it's not quite new. There's a lot of good creatures that have it, and the good creatures are merfolk. Those things have Island Walk.
I thought you said good.
Yeah, sorry.
Don't get Terrence's hopes up.
Okay, you're right. So bears, just don't do it. Please don't do it. Don't fall into the trap. It's a trap.
Go Bears.
And so another cheap pickup is Reanimate. And if you guys are, needing this for Commander,
card should not be this cheap.
No, this card definitely shouldn't be this cheap. It's sub $10. So if you guys need to pick up some Reanimates, either for your Commander deck or if you're playing Legacy and you are playing Reanimator in Legacy, pick those up as soon as you can. It says record low and bottoming out.
Just like you,
card,
Josh.
Yeah, just like me. Jace Bellerin. I don't think I'm actually even gonna say pick that up. Let's just let it bottom out. Let's let it hit Tybalt dollars. Let's let it get down to $1.99, $1.50.
It ain't gonna get that low.
Yeah, it's pretty
Party
decent.
Jace.
Yeah, it's Party Jace and Commander. So Jace Bellerin's low. Pick that up if you need it. Engineered Explosives is at $21. That's
Buy.
Yeah, buy.
Buy.
Smash the buy.
Why aren't we buying right now, Josh?
I don't know. We're doing the podcast. We're talking about it. We have all the information, and I don't know.
We're just sitting on our asses.
Yeah, we are. And Grove of the Burn Willows, $11 fucking.
I have my playset and I refuse to get rid of them.
That's so crazy. So if you guys like Punishing Jund in Legacy,
I like being punished.
I know you do. If you like Punishing Jund in Legacy, and if you like playing, what do you like playing? Like the old version of Tron?
Green Red Tron.
Yeah, Green Red Tron. If you
the
like
good old days.
Yeah, the good old days where you used to be able to sling pyroclasms. Then pick up your set. If you like to play that stuff. So, but that's it for finance this week. And again, don't fall into that River Bear trap. Please don't. But you might want to fall into the trap of picking up Reshape if you're needing it. So.
Yeah, I mean, if MetNath breaks that card, it's definitely going to go up.
Yeah, it's going to be wild. But yeah, I wanted to also let you guys know that you can always find us on
the Twitter.
On the Twitter, and we are at Mom's Basement MTG. Richie is Richard T.
MTG.
Richard capital T MTG.
That's me.
And this guy he's got like we talked about last week. He's got a lot of tweets. He's doing a lot of retweeting. Look, he even talked about Dylan Hand. He was ready for this week for the podcast.
He posted a really cool article about like balancing working a full-time job and Magic the Gathering.
And grinding?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's excellent.
I actually really recommend the read if you enjoy getting a look into like the more mental side of Magic the Gathering, not just the, what's good, what should I play?
Yeah.
Where's my sideboardguide.com.
Yeah, how to evaluate things and get there against decks that people just aren't sure how to get there against, like Hogak.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing, too, is for those of you that are watching right now, please give us a subscribe and, give us a follow. For those of you that are listening on SoundCloud, you can always find us at momsbasementgames.tcgplayerpro.com. You can also find us...
Look at you showing.
Yeah.
It's not just me.
I'm getting it. You can also find us on YouTube. So if you guys ever want to watch the video and see actually how large Richard and I are,
You don't want to see that, trust me.
you know, you can go in there and you can scrub through the video. And, you know, last week we danced.
We did. We're not dancing.
We're not dancing this week. We apologize. So you won't be able to see us dance
We're
this
kind
week.
of sleepy this week.
Yeah, we had a rough night. We were Thunder Buddies last night. You know, the rain kept us up, but we're still here, you know, giving you guys your content that you need. Also, find us on Facebook, and you guys can find us Mom's Basement Games on Facebook. And also, another thing about Facebook is we wanted to talk about some local stuff here before we wrap up. And this is something that we used to do on the show when Chris and I did this. We did a live podcast before, and so me and Richie thought, we can improve this. We got this. We can do better, right? So we're doing better. But we also want to shout out Pandemonium Games and Hobbies in southeastern Michigan in Garden City. And we want to let you guys know that there was an MCQ this weekend in our hometown. And Mr. Steven Shin, he won the whole thing. And, by the way, he also beat the ever-living shit out of Richie. Richie, how did it feel?
Sure, if you count not seeing a forest in 5 hands beating the shit out of me, sure.
I couldn't move the mic I couldn't move the mic up. Okay. So he didn't actually beat the shit out of Richie. I just wanted to throw that in there. But yeah, so congrats to Steven Shin.
He's a good guy and a good player. So.
Yeah.
I've known him for a little bit now.
Good. We also, there was 209 people there at this MCQ?
Was. Biggest MCQ in the state of Michigan.
That's sweet. And Richie started out 5-1. Richie, tell him what you were playing this weekend.
I was playing the blue-green mass manipulation deck. If you know or follow Martin Musa, it was pretty similar to the list he's been tweeting about recently with the Immortal Suns and the Ripjaw Raptors main. I changed one thing where I trimmed one of each of the mana dorks, I trimmed a mass manipulation, and I trimmed a land for Growth Chamber Guardians. And that card just impresses me every time I play it. I actually got a feature match in round 8 playing for top 16 against Boros Feather, and you can really see the power of Growth Chamber Guardian in a lot of those games.
What's Growth Chamber Guardian? Because I actually don't know.
Growth Chamber Guardian is a green and 1 for a 2/2 with adapt 2 for a green and 2 colorless.
Okay.
And when you adapt it, you can search your library, or not when you adapt it. Whenever you put a +1/+1 counter onto it, you can search your library for another card named Growth Chamber Guardian and put it into your hand. So it's like a pseudo Squadron Hawk / just a good mana dump because you also get decent sized bodies eventually.
Okay, cool.
Like a 4/4 for 5 that grabs you another 4/4 for 5 later. It's pretty good.
Yeah. Playing the attrition game.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. Cool. So the event went well for you, you feel, or?
Yeah, both of my losses, I felt like there wasn't much I could do, unfortunately. I think my deck choice was really well this weekend. The deck is insane against Esper, but my 2 losses in the Swiss, one was to another good matchup, which was Gruul, because I didn't hit a 3rd land in game 3. I kept a 2-lander on 7 and just never seen a 3rd land.
Okay, and what was Steven playing again?
He was playing Esper.
Esper?
I was actually 3-0 against Esper and then lost to him. So I was 3-1 against Esper that whole day.
That's very cool that, you know, you did lose to the guy that won the whole thing.
Yeah.
You know, and I, you know, you always like to tell people like, yeah, I did well, and you know, but I lost to the guy that won the tournament. So, you know, so is the way of Magic.
Yeah, I mean, everybody has their day.
Absolutely. So that's good that we had a really good turnout for that MCQ. When's the next close MCQ? Do you know?
There's no more.
No more?
Nothing close until next season.
Dang. And next season, like you told me earlier, is going to be Modern.
Next season's going to be Modern, which is going to be pretty cool.
I'm really pumped. Are
we actually going to get you to play one?
Yeah, I'm 100% going to play in a couple of those MCQs if they're local, and I'm going to Dream Crush some people.
Play Pando, play RIW, play Frankenmuth maybe?
I don't know if I'm going to go to RIW or not, but Frankenmuth and Pando, I'm a big fan of those 2 places.
If you scrub out of Frankenmuth, you can always get drunk afterwards. So.
Oh yeah, that's a good time. That is a really good time. I love being able to get a Guinness and then slam that thing and go play some Magic. It feels good. Yeah, I like it.
I remember the first time you did that, you brought it into the venue.
Yeah, I did.
You're just sitting up. Josh is just sitting up there drinking his beer. You know, we're all talking, having a good time, and they announce over the loudspeaker, oh, you can go and have yourself, like, there's, adult beverages downstairs, but you cannot bring them up into the magic area. And Josh just goes, oh.
I grab it off the floor and start pouring it on my fucking fat face. Oh, God, that was good times.
That was a good time.
Yeah, that was good times.
I think that was an IQ, right? I think that was modern.
Yeah, that was an IQ. I didn't actually do very well with that one.
Yeah, I think I did decent. I think that was the one I played KCI at. Like,
okay.
But it was before KCI was, known and people knew how to build the deck right.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So
speaking of modern, though.
Yeah, modern. There's one more thing that we definitely want to talk about, and that is again our same local shop, which is Pandemonium Games and Hobbies.
We're gonna mention these guys a lot. I feel.
Yeah,
like.
I mean, well, we frequent there. We love them. They're great guys. They support us, what we do, and we support what they do.
I actively think they're the best store in Michigan.
I think they are. So, really cool thing is Nick Sobchak, a local guy. He was in need of a plane ticket. Now, we all reached out to him and said, "Hey, we're gonna support you, Nick. We're gonna do our best to get you there, and so this is how we're gonna do it." And one thing that we did was there was a gentleman in the local area. I'm not 100% sure what his name. Brett Gear. So he was the one who donated the Mox Pearl. And so there is a modern for a Mox. Well, they're calling it a Win-A-Mox instead of a Win-A-Box.
Mm-hmm.
Play on words.
But there's also a lot more. There's more than just the Mox.
Yeah. And
prizing.
And so that's gonna happen on June 22nd. And so if you guys are local, if you're just like our homies that are listening to our podcast on SoundCloud. Or who knows, maybe you're listening to us on SoundCloud, maybe you found us and you thought these guys are tolerable to listen to, and I'm going to be in the Michigan area during June 22nd, that weekend, and I'd like to check it out.
This weekend.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah. So if you're going to be here this weekend, go to Pandemonium Games and Hobbies and check them out, and bring your modern deck because it is going to support a good cause. We donated to Nick. We're also we had another gentleman in the area by the name of Brad Bass that also donated to him.
Another really good guy.
Yeah, super good guy. He found out that he wasn't going to have a ticket, and that's much like when Richie made the Pro Tour back. What was that, like 10 years ago, right?
About 20 now. Yeah. No, it was about a year. Yeah. About a year and a half ago now.
So a year and a half ago when you made Pro Tour Ixalan? Rivals. Back then, you didn't actually need a plane ticket. Yeah. So you didn't need, your 20-something guys that they're just out here playing the game that we all love, and they didn't need a plane ticket, but now they do. And so it's a real bummer that, Wizards isn't supporting this. Now there's some things going on where people are kind of abusing the system, and they're saying, these people have enough money and they're starting GoFundMes and stuff like that, and that's not something that we're going to get into because we know Nick, he actually needed our help, and he's our local guy, and he's a great player, a really good guy, and so we made sure that we're like, okay, hey, Pandemonium Games and Hobbies is going to run a event. We're also going to donate. We're going to donate to them. A couple local people are going to donate to them. We're going to get them there. So this is a pretty cool story. I like it.
One small thing on top of this that Chris actually announced
and Chris
at the MCQ.
Chris is the judge, and he's the coordinator that runs everything over at Pandemonium.
He announced they actually have gotten Nick there already. So this tournament's just going to basically be like a quote unquote, for lack of, because I can't think of a better term, basically a savings account for when anybody else gets in like a situation like Nick.
Oh, really? I didn't even know that. That's beautiful.
I didn't know about it until Chris said something Saturday.
Wow, that's excellent. MCQ. That's great. So, we already got him there. Pew 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 pew.
We did it. Fireworks
all the confetti's going off right now. So yeah, this is cool. Like you were talking about, the other prize support is second place is a box topper Lily. Third is foil Tarmogoyf. Fourth is foil Tarmogoyf. And then fifth and sixth, seventh and eighth is foil, or excuse me, box top organic teams. And then 9th through 16th, altered art or extension card from Facebook alterations. What's this? This is cool.
Astro says this will be to help you go to the Mythic Championships when you qualify.
Astro Smasher says this fun will go to help Josh when he gets a modern Mythic champ. Yeah, thanks, Astro. I mean, I knew you would know that I'm gonna make it there. What is this? Pyre Knight Illustrations.
They apparently.
Who is this?
I don't know who they are. I
already liked them. Cool. So
their alters seem pretty sweet.
Yeah, so they do a good job altering, and they're actually going to be donating 9th through 16th, so cards from there.
I think like they're just donating, like you get an altar or something from them.
Yeah, that's really cool. See, look at that, more community action.
Yeah,
that's
awesome.
Beautiful. Astro says, I already put money on it. Well, good. Thank you, Astro. I appreciate you.
I hope you're not attached to that money.
You better shut your mouth. Oh, shit. I'm never, I don't want to say I'm never going to get there, but the chances are 1 in a million. Is that what, is that the term?
Well, I'm going to win, so it's about 1 in 0.
Okay, 1 in 0.
Maybe you can win one after I win, though.
Yeah, hey, you're not wrong. The long odds. Astro says the long odds, man. He's all about the long odds. I'm really happy about that.
I got some long odds.
Yeah, you don't.
You right.
Well, what do you think, Richie? Good podcast for number 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did a good job. Maybe next time, we'll be Thunder Buddies. And
we'll remember to talk about our weekends.
Yeah, I mean, our weekend was fun. Like, we hung out. I did dad stuff. You did.
I did also hung out with my dad.
Yeah. So how did that go?
It was fun. We had a barbecue. Cool. Got to see my grandma and grandpa. So
that's
they just got back from Florida about a month ago.
Nice. Good.
That's about it.
Good. All right. Well, don't forget to follow us for Tribal Week this week, guys. It did start today, or it did start yesterday. I guess I can't remember everything, but I will be on Friday, and I will most likely be on Saturday night, but we will see. I will be playing Slivers on Friday, so I'm really excited.
What are you going to play Saturday?
I have an updated list from probably Slivers again. I have an updated list from the old Twitter, and I'll be sending that out. So follow, if you guys aren't following me on SoundCloud on Twitter. I can show you guys the list here, though, right now on Twitch. But it's your basic sliver package for Modern. We were running Gale Rider slivers, Virulent slivers.
You said you weren't a fan of the Force's main, though,
Cloud
right?
Shredder. No, we put Force of Negation in the main, and we called it Sliver Force. It was a fucking badass name, right?
That was a good name.
Yeah, it was like the best name ever. And I just didn't like it in the main. Sliver, or Force of Negation in the main was just bad. And we played Tormod's Crypts. We need to be on those ley lines. And so,
told you guys beforehand, but someone didn't listen to me.
That's all right. We'll try next time, Richie. We'll try to listen to you more.
Yeah.
But we'll have 4 Force of Negations in the sideboard, and then we'll have 4 Leyline of the Voids in the sideboard, and maybe we'll double beat Hogak instead of going 1-1.
Maybe you can actually prize that one.
That's right. We went 2 and 3. That's my specialty.
You were so close.
That is. So yeah, follow us for that, and then don't forget about our giveaway. Just if you guys are listening on SoundCloud, go find us on Twitch, and just follow us, and you'll be entered to win on July 1st. So we will see you guys next
Monday.
week? Yeah, next Monday. If you guys want to watch us live, we're live on Twitch at Mom's Basement streams, and if you guys want to watch, if you guys don't have time to watch us live, find us on our YouTube page at Mom's Basement Games.
Or SoundCloud at Mom's Basement Games.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or a TCG player at Mom's Basement Games.
All right, stop, Richie, stop. All right, you guys, enjoy the rest of your evening for those of you watching now, and for those of you listening, enjoy the rest of your morning at work, probably, because
maybe they're eating their Odies.
Yeah, eating their what?
Odies.
What are Odies?
Oatmeal. Odies.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. All right, you guys, take care. Have a good one.
Have a great day. Not bad.